Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well today. So I just thought I'd let you know what I have recently uploaded to FlightSim.to, and it is this. Yes, a couple of world tour maps. Now, have you ever flown around the Microsoft Flight Simulator virtual world? Well, if you haven't, then now's a good time to do it, all right? Because I've uploaded these maps to help you to do that. All right, now I have done it sometime back in FSX and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004. All right, that was many years ago. So I just thought I'd create another map. Now this took me quite some time to do. It's finally completed. All right, now this was the initial map I created, but then a few from FlightSim.to in the community said, look, what about Africa? You didn't do Africa. So I had to go back and then create an extended version of the world tour map, including the African continent, okay, which is right here. All right, so yeah, it took some time to do. But why is it good to fly around the virtual Microsoft Flight Simulator world? Well, for one thing, it's an achievement, isn't it? Knowing that you've actually flown all around the world. Okay, so pretty much you can put a feather in your cap once you've done it. And you can strike it off your bucket list if it's something that you've been thinking of doing for a while and just haven't got round to it, or you haven't found the right map. Okay, well, here it is. You've got the right map for you. And also, it gives your flight simming some purpose, some direction. So rather than hopping from maybe one airport to another and just staying within Europe or wherever you want, this actually gives you some kind of direction. It's a project that you want to complete. Okay, so yeah, for me, it brings a number of rewards. Okay, and it's really exciting actually, you know, taking off one airport, landing in another, and just seeing the world as you fly. Okay, so yeah, I think it's a really good thing to do. All right, so let's just come back out of that. Right, so now what you are going to see when you download the file is this. Okay, so this basically is the RAR file. Okay, so when you unpack that, you're going to get this and double click on that and you'll see a few files. Okay, so going to the first one, so let's go to the Navigraph import file. Okay, so you've got basically the Navigraph file. Okay, they are all basically .pln files, most of them are. Okay, and you've also got file here for Microsoft Flight Simulator, the flight planner. Okay, now theoretically you should be able to use any one of these files, but for some reason the Navigraph pln file doesn't show up all the airports or doesn't work in the flight simulator. Okay, so it says here just flight planner import file only, so that's the one you'd use to import into the flight simulator, flight planner. Okay, so yeah, so let's go to, say, Navigraph first of all. So no, we won't go to Navigraph. Let's go, what I've got here is a link. Okay, so if we click on this one, okay, it just opens up just bring that across, a text document. So here you will see that there's a link. It's not quite a link because you can't click on it. Okay, just copy and paste. Okay, just copy that. All right, and if we go back to the web page here, okay, and yeah, so we got there, and if we just get rid of this full page here, okay, and click on the search bar, right click and paste that link, you can see immediately it's taken you to the My Maps section, okay, where you can see the world tour. Right, so now all of the blue icons, okay, are airports downloaded from FlightSim.to, and all of the orange ones are the ones that you will have already in the flight simulator. Okay, so these are all the handcrafted airports, and these are all the enhanced airports that you can download from FlightSim.to. Okay, so I would actually strongly recommend you download all the airports here. Okay, yeah, it's a bit tedious, and that's what took me some time back to do it. All right, but it is very rewarding when you fly into enhanced airports as opposed to the boring, faceless default airports that we have in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 or 2024. Okay, so yeah, and all these files have already been done, so you don't need to do anything here. Okay, and yeah, so these are just some of the photo shots of the airports that downloaded. Okay, now I have actually used for the African tour, I've used this very, very good download here called Africa to Go. This contains about 150 airports that you could actually download into the simulator, okay, and fly into and fly out of. Okay, so it's got quite a lot. So I would recommend downloading that and installing them into your community file. Okay, and just have a look at this because it's got some dependencies here, some files that you might want to download as well, just to enhance your experience there. Okay, so yeah, do download this one, give him a like as well and a subscribe, because it's done really well on this one. So it's MSFS projects. All right, yeah, so that's that one there. So I've basically downloaded, whatever that was on the tour. Okay, there are some airports that are not in here, okay, that you might want to download as well. Okay, if it's not available in here, then you'll find it on FlightSim.to anyway. Okay, so let's just have a look at the tour. Okay, so I'm going to be starting from London Gatwick Airport. Okay, we're going to be heading through Europe, Switzerland, okay, and down through to Greece and over to Turkey there, okay, and flying across to Lebanon. Okay, now just having a look at this airport here in Lebanon. So that's one of the ones downloaded on FlightSim.to. Okay, moving across over to Cairo. Now, while you're in Cairo, okay, do fly across here and you'll get a lovely view of the pyramids. All right, so from there, we're going to be moving down through Egypt, Sudan, Khartoum. Okay, I think I showed you that one already. Okay, and just moving our way across Africa. Okay, through the Democratic Republic of Congo. Okay, and that's one of the airports there you'll be landing in. Okay, and into Angola. And moving down through to Cape Town. Now, Cape Town, you already have very lovely rendition, handcrafted airport there in Cape Town. So moving across from Cape Town, just heading up the southeastern coast of South Africa there. And now King Shaka International, I don't think this airport is actually on the Africa to Go package. Okay, so just keep an eye on that one. If it's not, then just search for it using Foxtrot Alpha Lima Echo in the search bar in FlightSim.to, and you should find it. Okay. All right. So moving across, we're going to go over to Madagascar. Okay. So there's a lovely airport here, and this is a nice airport. This is Ivato Airport right there. So I think I've got 2 pictures of it. All right. And if you want more information, guys, all you have to do is click on this link. Okay. And this is the Wikipedia link. And you can see there, it takes you to Wikipedia information site. And you can see pictures of the real airport as well. Okay. Cool. All right, so from Madagascar, we move across, heading back up through Tanzania and Ethiopia, and moving across now to Saudi Arabia. Okay, at Madinah, we turn right. Okay, so that's Madinah there, that's where you'll be landing into. And just moving across, then we do make a stop in Bahrain. Okay. Looking forward to the Formula One there in a few days' time. And yeah, Qatar and then Dubai. Now, Dubai is another airport we have on Microsoft Flight Simulator. All right, so moving across, moving up to Pakistan now, heading down. And we're going to head right up to Sri Lanka. Okay. And up there through India. Now, I think you guys will know what this is. This is Paro, okay? And moving across, now we're going to head down towards Myanmar, Burma, and Thailand, Bangkok. Okay, so that's the airport there, excuse me, in Bangkok. And just going down to Cambodia and circling around to Vietnam. We're creeping up on the south, on the east coast there of Vietnam. Okay. Just around here, and we've got another handcrafted airport, which is the Kai Tak International Airport there. All right. So, yeah, that's really cool. All right. Moving across to Taiwan. All right. Now look at this airport, guys. Look. That's really cool. All right. Now, we've got all these airports here, okay? And what I've tried to do with this tour is try to keep the distances not too long, not too short, but it's designed generally for GA aircraft, okay? Because we don't want to be flying at too high an altitude. You want to be able to be a bit lower down so you can see the wonderful scenery that MSFS 2024-2020 has to offer. Okay, so we're going to be island hopping here. Now, I just thought I'd go to, what is it? It's Google Earth. That's right. So let's just get Google Earth up, okay? Because there is a Google Earth file that you can import. Okay, so let's just get that file. Okay, so this is the one. This is the KMZ file. So just basically click on this, import file to project, okay, and we can, if I just click on that, all right, so basically just double click on that, and now you can see it is bringing up our world tour in Google Earth. How cool is that? All right, anyway, so let's just go to where we were. Okay, so let's go back around here, and right, there we are. Okay, so what we can do is just zoom in to these airports right here. Okay, so you can see this airport here. It's not too bad. Okay, all right, not too bad. You should be able to land on that one. That's good. All right, but these other airports, okay, it's a bit more challenging. So let's just head there. Right, now look at this one on a very, very, very small island. And if we just pan the camera around, you can see what you're up against with this landing. Okay, so yeah, it is quite short. Okay, but this is a handcrafted airport. I haven't seen this one yet. You can try and practice your landing before your tour starts, or you can just leave it to be a challenge, okay, which will be really cool. Okay, all right. So, yeah, so that's that one there. And if we go to, say, another one of these airports right here, you can see that there's another one there with an equally challenging landing. Now look at that. All right. That is very short. Okay. Yeah, that's very short. But that's the beauty of having Google Earth. You can actually see exactly what the airport looks like in real life. And then there's this one. Now look at this. Whoa, look at that. A little bit more better, much more of a longer runway. Okay, and you can see where the flight goes off over the mountains like that. All right, cool. So yeah, that's where the tour goes. Now, as it gets to Russia, so this is in the eastern part of Russia. So we've got some airports here that unfortunately Navigraph does not recognize. So if I just go on to Navigraph and import the flight plan, so let's import the flight. So from File and back to Downloads, and we'll go to the same file. And now the Navigraph import file, so let's double click on that. Right, and there it is. Okay, so now see here that Navigraph for some reason is not recognizing these airports along here. Okay, I've tried to type out a ICAO code, but it just doesn't know it. I'll be honest with you. So it's given it these numbers, even though I've had to also create a user waypoint for these airports here, because it just doesn't know it. But they do exist. They are here. Okay. And they do exist also in Microsoft Flight Simulator as proper airports. Okay. So cool. So this is where the flight plan is going to be taking you. So we're going to be heading through Alaska and then back down through Canada and the west coast of America there. Okay, and heading down towards Mexico and down to Brazil. Okay, and back up here. Let's just switch to this one. Okay, cool. So let's just move back over right here. And yeah, through Brazil. Okay, and we've got a handcrafted airport here in Rio de Janeiro as well. There's no picture for it there. Okay, it's cool. And yeah, so pretty much moving back up and going to be landing in, I think, FlightSim's favorite airport, which is, yeah, Princess Juliana. Okay, and that's also another handcrafted airport. All right, making our way up through DR and Cuba and Orlando and through the East Coast there. Now, I've got some of my own airports that I've downloaded from Orbix, for example. So this is Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, KDCA. Okay, so known at the moment for all the wrong reasons. And so moving up, okay, and this is Boston Airport, which I purchased from Anybills. Okay, so that's the reason for the other colors there. And yeah, so pretty much moving back up and through Greenland, Iceland, and back down to the UK. And that is the world tour. Now, obviously, you can start from anywhere you want, anywhere that's closest to you. All right. So now the only other thing is to upload the file from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay, so now if we just go to the simulator, get rid of that. Okay, and so click on the world, and now if I go to space more and load save, so we can load from this PC, and then we can go back to where our flight simulator file is stored. Okay, so heading back there, and we're going to import the correct one for the planner, which is this one here. Okay, double click, and there we are. Boom. We got our world tour in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay, and just going back to where those smaller airports were or are, and there you can see, okay, it's all recognized by the sim, okay, and with the ICAO codes there as well. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, that is the world tour. All right. And it's something I'm going to be starting very soon. Haven't started it yet. I will try and do some of the flights on FlightSim as well. Okay, and yeah, I think that's good. And if it's something you like, then that'll be a really worthwhile go, and I'm sure you'll find lots of enjoyment from it. So I think that's about it, guys. I don't think there's anything else to mention to you. Okay, and just having a look back at that file. So we've done that, Google Earth, My Maps. Yeah, also, if you want to, I've just included a file for PMDG, but once you're in Navigraph, you can export it to many other places anyway. So this file's here only for convenience. And also your GTN 50. Oh, the other thing I was going to mention is about the aircraft to use. Now, you do have quite a number of aircrafts you can use, so pretty much it's just general GA aircraft. Now, I'm going to be using the Black Square TBM 850. Okay, going to be using that one. Okay, but there's quite a number of GA aircraft that you can use, okay, for this one. Okay, I might have trouble landing at some of the airports with the TBM 850, but I'll make it work, I'm sure. Okay, cool. So that's about it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Don't think there's anything else. So tell me how it goes. You know, if you start the tour, then do drop a comment below and let me know how it's going. Let us all know how it's going, and if you want to see any improvements on the map, then do drop me a line as well. All right, guys, so thanks very much for watching. Hit the like button as well if you liked the video. Also subscribe to the channel as well, and see you all again in the next video. Take care and bye for now.